Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We are back for the first game here in LCC Radotín, the final, I repeat, the final day of the European Box Lacrosse Championships. Nobody here can believe it. I can't believe it. I'm joined with Jane Lee. I'll be taking shotgun to her play-by-play today for this matchup. We've got a rematch between England and Ireland. Ireland coming in with the white kits, England in red, but this is still a bit of a heartbreak game for both of them, but just kind of a completely different story here. So England just came off their loss to Germany by 1. They played well in the semifinals, and if they were able to just pull this one out, we might have just a bit of a different story, maybe a gold medal preamble, but alas, we are here. They had a really nice match, and so otherwise on the other side of the pool, Ireland came in, they faced off against a really incredibly strong Israel and got a bit one-sided in that one, and so Israel gonna cruise on, face Germany later today. Jane and I will be back on that call, but some of the things we're gonna look for. We've got Tors Anderson, #1 in red. She's leading the field with 30 overall points. She's gonna be blanked on the other side by Hillary Grahan. She's got 20 points of her own. She's coming in with 17 goals, one of the leading goal scorers of this tournament as well. But another big story will be in net for Ireland. Ciara Roberts coming in. She's got a heck of a lot of saves, 200 coming in with an 82% save rate, and Lucy Mayers on the other side with 152 and 82% save rate. So just a couple of the names to look for. And again, in a sleepy morning, I kind of expect both teams to wake up over the first quarter. That's kind of my guess here, Jane. I'm not sure.
Yeah, England has a lot of drive behind them. The last head-to-head in the round robin was an overtime game with Ireland coming on top with a final score of 10-9. So I'm sure that England will want theirs back for this medal game for the first ever Women's European Box Lacrosse Championships. And we are almost underway, just 30 seconds before our first face of our first game of our last day. So sad. But what a 9 days it's been, right?
Has it been 9 days?
It's been 9 days.
Who knows?
Do you know what day it is today?
No. I just know it's the final day here at LCC Radotín. The first ever Women's Box Lacrosse Championship is going to come to a close here in about 60 minutes of gameplay.
So we have Erin Tufnell and Bridget Hamlin at the face, and we are off. We've got starting keepers Ciara Roberts and Lucy Mayers ready in their nets too. First whistle goes. Ball still down, and we've got an early whistle. First possession to the Irish. Gillian Smith will come up with that as the Irish get their offense on for the first set of this game. Gillian Smith trying to get on the inside. Has Cook Gricewood up at the top as well as Boylan. We've got Grahan, the lefty, and Crossan over that side as well. Graham trying to get underneath, comes over the top of the seal. Gets it to Cook Gricewood with the first shot, and that is a block by Andrea Lampler. That's a name that we want to keep an eye on today as well. In red for England, the speedy defender. And there's a shot, and that goes to the back of the net. Nothing for Lucy Mayers yet, but here comes the Andrea Lampler. Let's see what speed she has coming up the field.
It's exactly the right word I would use to describe her, is speed. She is fast, reminiscent of Lightning McQueen in the red. She is speed, and you look for her in transition every time if you are England.
Daly finding Izzy Keane on the other side of Millie Ford, not quite able to find Carmen Cabani, and it will come back to the women in white. There's Crossan, lefty working with Graham. There's that strong left side with Izzy Keane in the mix now. Hoy. Take a shot herself, had Fidel with her on that side, but that will be a first for Lucy Mayers in this game.
In yesterday's loss to Germany, Lucy Mayers looked vulnerable from the outside. So maybe the scouting report for Ireland, we see that early long-range shot by Hoy. Maybe that's part of the scout.
And Rossiter doing her bit for the women in red. Towards Anderson, the name to watch. We're with Rosie Bathurst on that left side. Ellie Rackle has help from Beeman and Cabani. Ellie Rackle coming to the middle, sees Tools, and she'll take that shot, but it's going to be an illegal pick think that was on Rackle, so Tors won't be able to capitalize on that shot.
We haven't said her name just yet, but 54 in red, Ellie Rackle, is so incredible. She's only trailing Tors Anderson by 1 goal in this tournament. She trails by a bit more points. Tor's been a great feeder as well, Rackle, but it's just she has superhuman characteristics when she has the ball.
Absolutely. And here comes Gillian Smith. Gillian Smith and Andrew Lampo. That's a matchup I like to see. And there's a shot by Smith. Corralled by the captain of England, Rosie Jones, looking for some help ahead, but she'll just run it for now. Laura Wright providing great help to get Cook Gricewood out of the way, and here comes Georgie Rutter with possession, trying to muscle her way in through on the wrong side of the floor. Gets it to Amelia Ford. Beeman finding Rutter in the middle, and this first shot, and this goal! Beeman with great vision on the inside for Rutter, finding that top corner, and that will be the first of the day going to England.
Now, what an incredible feed there. We'll check this out in the replay here in just a second, but as you mentioned, Beeman with just great vision. It was a really nice roll to the inside for Georgie Rutter. That's going to be her 5th goal of the tournament, and I mean, right now, playing for bronze, I gotta say it, I thought England's warm-ups looked a little slower than Ireland's. They just felt like a little bit sleepier, but maybe that was just them playing cool, calm, and collected as they ignite the spark here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and you know, yesterday was just a 1-goal game against Germany, so you know, the vibes they're having there to work really hard to bring those back up, because that was one heartbreak of a game. And here they're looking stronger, and Carmen Cabani with another shot deflected. And Rosie Bathurst not able to come up with it, and Hayley Price will do instead. Hayley Price, another one to watch for the women in white.
Yeah, the captain plays both sides of the floor so incredibly well. She's got 11 points, but anchors the defense often.
Hoy has Fidel. Grahan. Help with Ezekine. Tries to get underneath and tries to muscle her all the way in, but Davina Ematulu and Emily Roster all over Grahan. Grahan does get a shot off, but way too early bounce, and that will be a shot clock violation, and Rosie Jones will head it up back to England. Can Emily Roster keep that in her stick there and get it over? And she does. 1-2 England's name so far, and here comes Tors Anderson. Thinks about taking that shot, but does not have numbers, and finds Beeman on the backside. Beeman takes a shot, I'm sure, of herself, and just over the bar. She had hands totally free for a while. Just a little hitch on that dodge, and I thought I saw so much of the net for a bit.
Wait, that was well over the net. They gave a shot clock violation. Yeah. Amelia Ford is going to get sandwiched, but this is going to stay England possession. Ooh, a bit of a mishap there.
Yeah, I thought that went clearly over the bar, so that should have been just clock running out.
But how about that shot from Beeman? She just sliced and diced the defense.
Beeman loves the inside, and don't let her hands be free on that inside, because she will take that shot. But here comes Carmen Cabani seeing Ford. Ford swinging the ball back to Cabani. Cabani with a shot, and that was just wide. And Ellie Rackle will just have 10 to shoot now. Rosie Bathurst taking one for herself, but gobbled up by Kira Roberts in goal.
And maybe if you're an Irish supporter, you're thinking, okay, the first shot of the game, you got to let Roberts see a couple. Now she knows, couple good saves on that possession, even with the reset. Maybe Roberts settling back into her form.
Gillian Smith getting past Gabby Lucas, finding Cook Gricewood, and that just goes into the stick. Tries to go 5-off on Lucy Mayers, but stick there, easy. And there's going to be, I think that might be Gabby Lucas. Gabby Lucas, young player, she's only 17, but that aggression, and she has a fire built underneath her. However, that one may be a little bit too much.
I actually didn't know she was that young. I've been incredibly impressed with the defensive efforts of Laura Wright, Zara Russell, Gabby Lucas. Like that side, 7, 8, 9, it's easy to go down the roster, but they've been incredible on the defensive end. But now they find themselves on the penalty kill through her first penalty.
First power play for Ireland. Jill Smith looking for Grahan. Grahan surely shooting, but goes straight into the stick of Rosie Jones. She had to check that for a second. Checking her luck on that shot by Grahan, and Rossiter will give it to Rackle, of course, on the Raglan team. So speedy, Rackle, and so sneaky. Has Tor Anderson there to help. Carmen Cabani now collecting that pass, or trying to, and she does. Still has Rackle and Bathurst. The Price carrying up, and that is Amy Bolton, another speedy defender trying to go all the way. Can she? A woman up, and she takes a shot straight to the chest of Lucy Mayers. But Boylan will collect it. Has Hoy helping her as well. Just 1 minute left on this power play, and they will look to just slow this down. Smith looking for a lane. Has Grehan. She has a lane. Shot straight at Fran Partial. Fran Partial putting in a shift on the defensive end. Had a bit of a break yesterday, just managing her load. But she's good to see her back on the floor today. And Grehan taking another shot with a little fake towards Gillian Smith. But that will be crowded up by a thing that looks like Sedeso, another young player, just 18 on this English side.
Great defensive effort there for the English penalty kill, and I thought that late change was really dangerous. Ireland not able to exploit it. That would have been the right time. Just a little bit of a mistiming there by the Irish power play, so we'll look to see how well they improve throughout this game.
And the Irish not stepping up. Beeman will take a long-range shot. That'll be collected up by Deggle. Deggle's so speedy as well. She's got a couple of points to her name, so don't rule her out on the offensive end. But here comes Ash Boyd. Boyd under pressure as we go even, and that's a great kill from England. Crossan trying to do a no-look pass to Cook Ricewood on the wrong side of the floor, and that'll be collected by Andrew Lampler.
Now you'll see again the speedster, but there's also Amy Bolton on the other side as well.
And just as you said that, here she comes. But with a sea of red jerseys just trailing her. And there's going to be a too many call, I think, coming on England. And we'll get the in-home of England just setting that for another just back-to-back power plays for the Irish. Irish were scoreless this morning. Yesterday they also had a bit of a slow start to against Israel, and then they started maybe getting one per quarter. I think they are sharing the ball, but I think they're really looking for just certain players to shoot, and really everyone has to shoot. Everyone needs to be a threat, and that's what I want to see on their offense. Let's see on their power play. We've got Hoy down at the righty crease, Boylan, Smith, Grehan, and Izzy Keane. Back up to Gillian Smith. She's going to try and get underneath Leandra Lampu. Twisting and turning, finds Grehan. Grehan hands free, takes a shot, but Lucy Mayers getting down low for that bouncer.
Mayers hasn't been tested on the inside just yet. She's going to throw that ball away, but, you know, kind of as you mentioned, maybe Ireland's looking for just the shooters to shoot, and the credit for the English defense, they know that. They've blocked 3 or 4 shots already halfway through the first.
And here comes Jo Smith again with a shot, and another great stick block, I think again from Rosie Jones. Don't know if she had any idea where the ball was, but just stick up play from her. And here comes Jo Smith again, Izzy Keane with a shot against Lucy Mayers. And that's a matchup we've seen a lot. Izzy Keane playing in England in plenty of the box league, so has shot against Lucy Mayers many times before. And got it past her too, to be fair. Here comes Rackle. Towards Anderson coming to help. Rackle still with the ball, now getting off to Kabani. Under a minute to kill now for England. Kabani has Amelia Ford streaking down the middle towards Anderson far end. Ellie Rackle will take a shot though, collected up by Danes. And that's a great back check by Karma Kabani. Would that be a back in call, I thought, but they will get away with that.
The English bench there yelling for it, but Katie Dane's so good on the anchor spot for the Irish defense. She soaked so many shots. Oh, hold on. Thought we had a moment.
Yeah, they faked a couple of shots. I'd like to see them take these, and Jill Smith, as I just said that, showing to the stick of Lucy Mayers, she'll collect it for a fresh 30. Grehan getting inside, and that's a nice shot for the Irish! And there it is for Grehan, almost as expected for the point leader within the Irish, and she gets her first on the board.
So the Irish penalty or power play now successful 50% of the time, and of course it comes from the lethal stick of Hillary Grehan. And I think, again, like what we see from them, they are looking for the extra passes, but it's the extra passes to the shooters that they know it's going to come from. That time it worked because Lucy Mayers had made the original save and Jillian Smith got the rebound. So again, you're going to need to test Mayers, a fantastic goalie, get her moving side to side, maybe pick up the quick rebound, and then you can get it to your best shooters. So maybe a little bit of deception will need to be in play for the Irish, but thus far the English defense playing really strong.
And Carmen Cabani comes up with that loose ball, but under all sorts of pressure, and the English will have to get this over. And they do. Beeman just running away from DeCourt, trying to find some help. Just getting their lefties on. They have two in Tors Anderson and Rosie Bathurst. Beeman in the middle. Tors Anderson managed to get some room up top, and she takes a shot. That's a nice glove save. And there's a great rebound. Second chance for Ellie Rackle, but she's got a fresh reset. They don't have to go straight away, but Tors will go. And that's another great save for Roberts. So 3 successive quick shots from England, but Roberts coming up with it. And here we will stop for the first commercial break of the first quarter. Please stay tuned.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world.
Welcome back to the first quarter after that commercial break. This is Janie Whitehead with Garrett Goshorn bringing you the bronze medal game between the English and the Irish women at the first ever Women's European Box Lacrosse Championships. So we had a lovely power play goal from Ireland, and now the Irish on another offensive attack. There's Boylan. Boylan gets inside, nice roll move. Too much over the head of Lucy Mayers, and no contact there with the women in the red, so it will go straight back to England possession.
I like that move by Boylan. What a big shot there in the open field by Joey Daigle on Lamplugh.
I thought that ball had crossed that line and Leandra's feet were on the wrong side of the line, but again, they'll get away with another. And Tors Anderson, here she is trying to find space in the middle. Tors Anderson, just watch her take those dodges to the inside and take those shots. And now she goes under, tries to go over the shoulder of Danes, but Danes with that big hit against Anderson. Again, Danes, a name you've mentioned in that anchor spot, will lay out those big hits, so watch out for her. But here comes Boyd, finding Fidel.
Yeah, I mentioned Danes because they had a shot-soaking competition amongst their team, and I thought she was the clear number one, and she lost by 2.
And as you said that, Lauren Lewis on the defensive end, coming up with it under pressure from Gillian Smith, will find some help, and that ball will stay in bounds, but straight into the stick of Warnell. Warnell happily carrying that up for Gillian Smith, who looks like she might slow down, but she doesn't. DeCourt there, and for the top corner shot, past Lucy Mayers' shoulders. DeCourt helping Gillian Smith all the way from the defensive side to get one to her name. That is Ireland taking one up against England, who had the early lead.
And that's just the right play. Gillian Smith gets it to Catherine DeCourt. And I was talking with their bench before the game. They said that just how they have grown through this tournament, that is the most legitimate box lacrosse play that you can put on paper, a feed to the crease, that little hitch, you get the defender moving and you get more angle, couple fakes to beat Mayer, and now you bury and you take the lead. Just beautiful.
Yeah, great placement for her, but Ellie Rackle with a clean pickup on the ground ball off the face. England now trailing by 1. Rackle under all sorts of pressure by the Irish defense. And they're looking really energetic, the Irish defense, and just kind of really pressuring the ball and coming up with it. And Gillian Smith will go again, quarterbacking the Irish attack. And here she goes for one for herself. Gets it just in the chest, I think, of Lucy Mayers. Gillian Smith finding room on the inside, but here comes Davina Emetulu for the English, finding Laura Wright at the top, and there's a shot! A great placement by Laura Wright, not a stranger to scoring goals, and an assist for Davina Emetulu to equalise in this first quarter of this bronze medal game. So 4 goals so far.
I thought for a second that the first 5 minutes were pretty much won by England. It felt they had more energy, they had more life. The last few minutes, it's been all Ireland, but Emetulu and Laura Wright say not so fast, and a perfect feed from Davina Emetulu. A bit of a recovery. She got beat on the last defensive shift, but she gets the clear. She gets the beautiful drop in the bucket pass to Laura Wright, and Laura buries that past Roberts. Beautiful equalizer.
Zara Russell looking for Sedeso. Sedeso loses it, and Decourt, the last goal scorer for Ireland, fighting hard for that ground ball. Bolton also there, and she will come up with a ground ball. Protects her stick well and has in front of her, but she will slow it down and get her offensive women on.
It looks like maybe some of the tactics for England, they're a bit worried in transition. These Irish women lethal, so they had parked Zara Russell just right in front of Lucy Mayers.
And here comes Izzy Keane, crossing, lefty strong. Hoy there to help with Chris Brightswood, and there's a side-arm rip. I'm not sure if I expected that, and they did either, but Lucy Mayers will collect it.
If that was on target and if it had the chance to bury, that would have been, I think, the goal of the tournament on the women's side. That would have been just sickening. It would have been so awesome.
And now towards Anderson. Quiet in the first quarter, but don't count her out. As she gets inside, we'll pull her out though. Ellie Rackle swinging it back to towards Anderson. Looking for Bathurst. Bathurst with Beam, and there's another top shelf finish. What a quick release from Laura Beeman off that feed from Rosie Bathurst.
And that's exactly what you're going to have to do to beat Roberts. You're going to have to be perfect. You're going to have to swing it east-west. And I think if you're Ireland, you've got to know that Rosie Bathurst is primarily a feeder. She can score it, of course, and Laura Beeman a shooter. And wow, as Roberts moves from one side to the next, she just puts it right where she was. But the placement, I think, would have beat Roberts even if she was on that side. Just gorgeous shot by Laura Beeman for her 10th of the tournament.
So England now up again. I think this is going to be a one-goal game. I think that was to be expected coming into this game as well. And here we see England up just 3-2 for Ireland. And England, all energy up, will come up with this face. Rackle faking. Off to Anderson. Anderson back to Rackle, swinging the ball well as England. Rackle will take it herself. And Roberts will come up with that save as Danes gets it going for Ireland.
Yeah, could we be so lucky to get another one-goal game here in the bronze?
Overtime? Does someone say overtime?
Oh my God, I think both teams would curse us for the curse we might give them if we go to overtime again. But I want it.
Yeah, exactly. Never say no. Keane now looking at Grahan. Grahan under pressure by Emetulu. I love that matchup. And Grahan will take a shot. Tries to get bounced off Lucy Mayers. And Ireland will come up with it again. Just a minute left to play in this first quarter. And that's a great reset. And let's see if they can get another one to find the back of the net. Boylan, free hands. Oh, and Hoy for that second chance attempt, but not quite controlled in her stick. But they nevertheless did get another reset. And let's see if Boylan can get it off. She faked me out there. Boylan looking like she was trying to find Hoy. Tucks under and tries to go past Lucy Mayers.
That fake was lethal. That was sick.
Gabby Lucas handing it off to Anderson. Anderson under pressure by Warnell. Has Rackle coming off late on bench. Rackle coming back to Bathurst. Bathurst definitely looking for Beeman again. And that could have just gone past. But Roberts with that save on off the shoulder. Just another repeat of the last goal. wasn't to be, and we've just got 8 seconds left in this first quarter. Ash Boyd will have to try and push this, but can't find Boylan, and will go back with Russell and England. And that will be it for the first quarter of this bronze medal match between England and Ireland. This is Jamie Whitehead with Garrett Beauchamp. We'll be back just in a few minutes. Welcome back to this great and tight matchup. Just 3-2 in this bronze medal match between England and Ireland at the first ever Women's European Box Lacrosse Championships. Score 3-2 in favor of England. It's been pretty neck and neck so far, hasn't it?
It's been exactly as expected between these two teams. Again, they met in the earlier stages of this tournament, and England lost just a nail-biter 9-10 to Ireland. So Ireland going to look to maintain that streak, and England, don't call it revenge.
Yeah. Not just yet.
Not yet.
Ginny Smith found Boylan. Boylan found Hoy for a tic-tac-toe shot attempt, but Lucy Mayers' shoulder in the way of that. Hayley Price working with Izzy Keane. Good to see Hayley Price up in the offensive end. That's a lovely pick and roll. That's a lovely two-man play by Price. Can she get a shot off? She does. Hits the leg pads of Lucy Mayers, and Russell will start the offense for England.
And what a rotation there by the captain, Rosie Jones. She did look a bit worse for wear yesterday. Had a couple shots she took where she was slow to get up. So I'm thrilled to see her play in this game today. The game is better with her in it. And right there, England's defense better for it as well.
Anderson to Kabani. Has Beeman helping her in the middle. She'll take it herself though, and Kira Roberts will come up with that and get it back to the Irish.
Roberts looks a little nervous in net. She's a little jumpier than I think I saw her seem. You know, the pressure of a bronze medal matchup. Maybe the rematch is getting to her. Maybe it's just an early morning.
Yeah, we do have Ashley Price on the bench as well for Ireland if they need. Ashley Price coming up in the fourth quarter of yesterday's semi-final game, so we might be able to see her in net soon. But for now, the ball will go with England. Lucy Mayers picking that up. She's got Talisa Deso off on the side, and Deso will get that up over the halfway line. Finds Rosie back all alone on that side. Kira Roberts cannot take that ball away from Rosie Bathurst. Bathurst gets one to her name. No one around her at all for that, and that takes England up to 4.
So we mentioned this earlier in the call, is that England felt like they were parking somebody on the reverse transition. Ireland should take notes on that because they left Rosie Bathurst all alone on the doorstep, and a couple good fakes, and puts that to the near side and gets some hugs and some love from the rest of her squad as they extend the lead now to 2.
Wow, so, I mean, England really knows how to work this long bench well. I feel like they haven't done it so much in this tournament, but that is one that they'll like, and they'll keep doing this, you know, especially in the second and fourth quarters. So watch out, and the Irish will need to make sure that they backtrack that ball as much as they can. But for now, we have Boylan finding Hoy, has Smith down low. Smith up against Gabby Lucas. Smith gets past, and that goes just behind Lucy Mayers.
No way.
Laura right there to help her make sure that ball does not cross the line.
And most of that Jillian Smith shot was predicated off the Charlie Hoy seal. She was looking to roll, but realized Smith got the nice roll to the inside. But another one here.
Ellie Rackle takes that shot of Kira Roberts. Similar trickle, perhaps, but that doesn't find the back of the line either. And that's a lovely two-man play from Beeman and Rackle. Of course, been teammates for a while now and has great synergy, so more of that to come, I'm sure. Degel handing it over to Fidel. Fidel looking for some help. She has Smith coming on late. Crossan up at the top. His body is on the floor. Crossan taking that shot too wide. Doesn't manage to get it into the corner. And they will backtrack this time to make sure that they don't have anything on the England's transition.
They need to count off the bench. There's a couple streakers that I thought had a couple windows of opportunity, but England doesn't see it.
Yeah, Irish zone sinking quite far in now. Kabani tried with that shot. Has Izzy Keane on the defensive end. Tapra and Ireland managed to get this off Karma Kabani's shot attempt. Izzy Keane taking it all the way up herself. Finds Grihan. Grihan, no help on the left side. Can she get all the way? No, under pressure from Ematulu and Lucas. Still has the ball in her stick though. Finds Boylan. Boylan, hands free. Finds Cook Greisford on the wrong side of the floor. Trying to find Grihan. And that ball will go over the halfway line, and Grihan can just follow it down. Want to see a shot attempt there by Ireland, but again, just sharing the ball perhaps a little bit too much. They have to be a bit more threatening with that ball. As we say, that Amelia Ford finds herself free in the middle, but we'll put it out for Beeman as she controls the tempo. Hands free, takes a shot too high. Roberts just backing up a bit again, just catching Roberts off balance a little bit in this game.
Agreed. That's why I was saying she looks a little bit nervous. Just the way that she's moving doesn't feel as fluid, or actually the word I would rather use is confident in her steps to the ball.
And Boylan now under pressure by Emily Rossiter. Jillian Smith there to help Boylan, and Crossan will get it back to Smith. Cook Greisford coming off the bench. Has Vidal and Crossan on the inside. Graham hands free. That almost went into the right corner. Over Lucy Mayers' shoulder, and what great placement. But they will get a reset.
Yeah, what a shot, and even better save by Mayers. Holy.
Yeah, that must have been screened by quite a few players for Lucy Mayers, but Mayers getting that shoulder there just on time. And Smith will find Greyhound again, takes another shot, blocked by Lauren Lewis. But under pressure straight away by Greyhound, does manage to get it to Sideso over the line.
Fran Parshall had bodied Hillary Greyhound, and now it's gonna come back to Irish ball.
Parshall looking strong, off a little bit of a break, but that one may be a bit too much. Don't need that behind the play necessarily, but
I kind of like it. I kind of like it. We're in a bronze medal match. Go all out, ladies. Come on now.
Gerhan finding Smith. Leandra Lamplugh marking her. Has Hoy helping. Keane for Ireland. Gerhan again, getting hands free. Too much of a bouncer over Lucy Mayers. And there's a second chance by Hoy. That also hits the ground too soon. And just will bounce straight up. And Lucy Mayers will get that into Laura Wright's stick.
It looks like that roll is working really well for the Irish attack. They seem to be getting to the inside. The recovery and the trailing of the English defense looks great, and they're getting sticks on the hands, but it is working thus far, but they're just not beating Mayers.
Yeah, here comes Bathurst again. One to her name, that one too far. And Bolton will collect this and gets it straight up to Price. Price has Emma Tooley in front of her though. Tries to tuck, finds Boyd. Boyd, straight, that was a great release, but Lucy Mayer's chest in the way. And Lauren Lewis has clean air up the top. And can she get past Roberts? And she does for her first of today.
What a great reverse transition, and taking down Emma Tulu in the celly is Lauren Lewis, her 5th of the tournament, and it comes right on time as the Irish attack was so strong. Then a great save, a great defensive stand-up. It all starts with Emma Tulu on the defensive stop there. Mayers with the great stop as well, and then just a reverse look. Great pickup, great goal for Lauren Lewis to beat Kira Roberts, and it's going to force a timeout for Ireland as they find themselves down by 3.
Yeah, and they were looking strong, but again, Roberts, there's nothing she can do about that. It's one-on-one with a keeper, and we need the Irish defense to get back as soon as they can, and that's 2 now in that quarter, where England have capitalized on that long bench, just getting someone up. And they all have their heads up. I think that's the thing about the English defense. They are looking for someone up at the top to capitalize on that. That's something that they've practiced. So let's see if the Irish can keep that at bay. We don't want to see any more of those, I'm sure, if you're on their bench for the rest of this game.
Ireland just need a little bit of a spark, and they need some production from some of their, non-predominant goal scorers, I think, just to give them a little bit of that spark. Look for Gillian Smith. I think she's the most underrated player on Ireland. Haley Price, dangerous. Catherine DeCourt, as we know, scored in this game as well. But Cross and Deglin Hoy, also quite fantastic themselves. And England is so fired up. Again, I thought the warm-up differences, England now proving that they weren't sleeping. They were just showing no emotion. They were staying locked in. Ireland, I've played in games myself, and sorry this is long-winded, but we have a chance here.
Numbers opportunity, Deggle to Price, and just as you said that timeout worked. Deggle, I'm not getting it to Price. I'm not sure if Price expected that, but quick hands from her. Right on the doorstep in front of Mayers.
And sometimes that causes a little bit of deception when you catch it. She had her back turned to the net and just catching that 180 spin and just bearing that one straight past Mayers. That is such a great shot. It's a goal scorer's goal. Just see net, shoot net, bury, and now they find themselves back by 2. I was saying maybe in the warm-ups they had gone too hard, and sometimes you kind of tank it a little bit in the first quarter. Maybe by the half they'll kind of come out, but that might be the spark that they need. Coming out of the timeout, that is such a well-timed goal.
And another possession of the face for Amy Bolton and the Irish. That timeout coming in handy for them. And Gillian Smith will slow this down. 20 to shoot. Has to court. And Grahan now. Back to DeCourt, 1 to her name.
4 righties and 1 lefty on the floor for Ireland.
And actually, Ireland has plenty of lefties as well, but I guess just giving them maybe a little bit of a break. Here comes Grahan. Stick of Emma Tulu in the way, though. And that will be a shot clock violation. Emma Tulu under pressure from Amy Bolton of the Irish, but Beeman for England will get this over to Anderson. Plenty of time. Anderson still with the ball, looking for some help, but she'll take one herself. Far too wide past Roberts. But Anderson and Rutter all over Deggle, and the Irish will have to get this over, and Karma Kabani of England instead will pick this one up, and there has been a reset. They're saying she had possession, but it doesn't matter because Amy Bolton will come up with that loose ball. No numbers for the Irish though, as Smith slows it down.
Again, part of the tactics, they had Lewis and they had Zara Russell just parked right in front of Mayers, stopping the reverse transition. They know how lethal those can be for momentum.
And here comes a shot by Boyd. Lewis picking that up. And that's better from Keane and Price to make sure that they've got white jerseys in front of Roberts. Rackle has Bath as an X, as well as Ford. Lefty strong for England now. Rackle finding Anderson. Anderson getting it to Beeman. She had hands free, and I thought she might have just got that over the screen, but Roberts' arm and shoulder in the way.
I think Roberts might have a read on Beeman now, knows she likes that far side top corner, because the near side was wide open on that shot.
And Beeman doing a good job to get her arms over the top. But Roberts now reading it. There's a shot from Smith. Emma Tulu coming up with the ground ball. Has Lamplugh up at the top. But there is also Amy Bolton in white for Ireland.
Well, that's the foot race I've wanted to see all day.
Yeah, absolutely. But Lamplugh, here it is. And just gets it into the glove of Roberts. Roberts getting caught out just a little bit out of her crease at times. And if I was England, I would make sure that I'm there to try and scoop up the loosies off that rebound to see if I can get a second chance shot. Kabani getting it over to Anderson. Anderson coming down the middle, takes a shot, but Roberts with a clean save this time.
So something really important to note as we enter the third possession just now, what I'm mentioning is that Ireland has trotted out one lefty to four righties, but doesn't matter here.
And Daly getting that pass straight into Laura Rightstick in the wrong color jersey. And it'll come straight back to England. England up by 2 against Ireland. Anderson off to Beeman on that swing. Beeman still hands free, tries to find Bathurst on the low crease on the left side, but Keane will come up with it. Keane playing both sides of the floor for a bit. And Daly will collect this, tries to get it off to Price. Price under pressure from Lucas, finds Boylan at the back, pitches over the top of Emma Tulu, but doesn't quite get past, and Grahan will slow this down. Has Rosie Jones in front of her guarding her, but she will pass it off to Gillian Smith. Smith with a roll and another tuck. Tries to get to the middle. Emma Tulu with a rack check. And Partial will hand it off to Lamplugh. Gets past Boyd for a shot. Too wide. But what a great run from Lamplugh to get past. I think that was Boyd, and that will be our media timeout for the second quarter. We hope to see you back for the remaining 5 minutes of this first half.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world.
Pivo z rodinného pivovaru, kde řemeslo a tradice jdou ruku v ruce.
And we are off to start the remaining 5 minutes of this first half. Irish on the offense with Boylan. Passing it down to Fidel. Fidel has clean air, takes a shot but too wide. And Grahan will collect it, just 13 to shoot. Russell pressuring Boylan on that ground ball, and Boylan quite far out from the goal. Can she make her way all the way in? She won't herself, but Cook Gricewood might, and she'll just opt to get it into the corner as the shot clock runs out.
And if you're paying attention, a couple offensive players for Ireland, they trickled back out to the substitution box early. So they had 2 back there, taking a note out of the English reverse transition notebook.
Yeah, conceding 2 on that in this quarter. So good to see that they've adjusted to that at least. But here comes Beeman finding Ford in the middle, not quite. Anderson will collect it. Just has Kabani on the far side. Anderson now has Rackle, who's substituted Beeman. Hands free, gets to the shoulder of Roberts. And De Court will clear this for Ireland if they can. Can they keep it with the women in white? No. Sedeso will be free at the back collecting this. Take it to Kabani. Numbers opportunity. Lewis with a shot. That was a 3v1 opportunity for England.
Ooh. Body's hitting the deck.
Yeah, it was full pelt onto Carmen Kabani, but Carmen Kabani collecting herself back up from the floor. Super, super strong and physical player, Kabani. And here she comes again with the shot. But just coming out of a stick before she completes that follow through, and it will go back with Boyd.
That's a great save on that transition by Roberts. That's got to fire up her and her defense. The 3-on-1, and she slams the door shut.
Hoy finding Keane. Keane has crossing, takes a shot herself. Way too far out past Lucy Mayers, and Lucas will come up with it, trying to find Roster. Roster does get it. And this is better from the Irish defense on their substitution. All 5 already out. Beeman. There's a delay penalty coming as well. So Mayers will come to the bench as England gets another attacker on 6v5. Beeman and free in the middle though, tries a quick stick. It past Roberts, goes too high. We will get a cross-check call. Did you see that? I'm not sure who that's on.
No, I didn't, and I thought, I was kind of laughing because you said, oh, they did a great job of putting 5 back on defense, so I didn't see the cross-check, and I thought it was an illegal substitution, but that will be a cross-check.
I thought Hoy, so it must have been
it's going against
behind
Shannon
the play.
Flynn.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
I see 7-7 in
Oh,
the
is
box.
it 7-7?
Yeah, I see Hoy in the box. But nonetheless, there's a power play. Oh! Shot at Beeman! This time going low for a bouncer.
Laura Beeman with her second of the game comes about 7 seconds into the power play and immediately punishes Charlie Hoy for the cross-check and just beating Roberts.
Just had a hands-free, now going low into that bottom corner bouncer as well. Slightly off more to the left side as well, but hands-free, you can't give her that much room because she will just take that shot as Hoy is released.
So we talked about Roberts being well out of the crease, and again, we talked about teams with great shooters. That is a strategy you can do. Danes.
Danes with a great cross-check on. That will be a back-in surely. That was on Rotter. Crossan, I think, just wanted to get rid of that a little bit too early. Gets it to Roberts. Roberts didn't need to necessarily catch it. She could just let it roll or bounce past that crease.
Hard to break that muscle memory.
Yeah. I mean, but in women's field, you can't do it anymore. So I don't know why people are trying to pass it. Or back out. I meant back in, but.
Yeah.
Anderson with that shot, low angle though. And Rackle will collect it for a reset. But Price is sticking the way, and Gillian Smith will collect it. Price will clear room ahead, but Emma Tulu is too speedy, possibly. And in this year's Price trying to find a woman off the bench, but Leandra Lampley coming up with that big hit, loses a glove. She's going to need that glove. I would not go into contact if she didn't with a left hand free. A few injuries on the England side, so.
And that's the second time the first woman out of the bench was Emma Tulu. Ooh.
Degger with a shot, collects her own rebound. Great hands from her.
And that's the second time Emma Tulu has stopped the transition herself.
And there's her stick, just as you said, blocking another shot. Low angle shot for Keane, but that does get the reset. And England with 60 seconds left in the first half.
That's a horrible call. I'm sorry.
Where was the ball?
England was calling, it was in the back of the stick, I believe, of Rossiter, and it was getting stripped out as the timeout was being called, but obviously, we've got a great angle in the booth,
yeah.
So sorry for the knee-jerk reaction. Our referees do an amazing job, but I believe that as the timeout call came, the ball had left the stick of Rossiter, had gotten stripped. For what it's worth, that's a great call by the English bench. However, this is very early, I think, in the quarter to have that timeout. But again, great call. They're up by 3, so I can't complain too much about the coaching staff. of England.
Yes, I was trying to, so as you were looking down there on what was going on ball, I was looking at the clock, and I think there's only 16 seconds left.
Okay, you're right. Never mind.
So I think that timeout.
That's actually great.
But I think they could have called it a couple of seconds earlier. They did have the ball for a bit, so they should be expecting as soon as they get possession to call that timeout.
Right.
Probably already talking to the refs to say, look, as soon as the ball's in that stick, we're calling it.
Right.
You know?
So I saw the bench of Ireland all palms to the sky, you know, but Mayer's out of the net.
6v5, only 5 seconds. They're gonna have to shoot that ball, and Ellie Rackle does too wide. And can they get another shot off? Anderson does, but again, too short. And that will be it for the first half. The score, 6-3 for England against Ireland in this women's bronze medal game today. This is Jane Lee Whitehead and Garrett Goshorn, and we will be back with you in just 12 minutes. Welcome back to this bronze medal matchup between England and Ireland for the first ever Women's European Box Cross Championship. Almost time to crown the first medal of this tournament here on day 9. You're joined by Jane Lee Whitehead and Garrett Cochran on the commentary. England 6-3 up over Ireland. And here we go for the face of the second half. Gillian Smith against Angel Lamprey, the matchup we love to see, but it is Ellie Rackle coming up with that ground ball. Bathurst there. And Kibani here for the first set. Looking at Beeman. Beeman, Rackle and Kibani working the right-hand side. Ford and Bathurst on the left. Ford trying to find Rackle. Rackle does have hands free, but finds Bathurst. Bathurst has one to her name and an assist, I believe. Beeman there with a quick shot and a quick release off the back of Rosie Bathurst. And another feed from Bathurst to Beeman. I think that's a hat trick for Beeman in this game.
Beeman just playing so good. Again, I felt like throughout the tournament, what I've seen from Beeman has felt a little bit underperformed for her standards. And maybe she heard that and she's got a hat trick in this one, as she has now 1/3 of her entire goal tournament, or her goal scored in this tournament, scored just today. She's got the hat trick. One in each quarter. Jen.
Yeah, there you go. And we've still got another one left.
That's
so
right.
Let's see. And shout out to Bathurst for that vision. We talked about how good she is on that feed. And there she was, backside, finding Beeman for that quick stick. And that will go straight back into Rackle's stick for another quick offensive set. Ireland not being able to get anything on their end in this quarter. And here comes Rackle. Ford free in the middle. Oh, Anderson trying to find Beeman free in the middle again for potentially her fourth. But unable to connect that pass into court. Will come up with the ball for Ireland. Quite close to the bench, but she will remain with possession, finding Fidel coming off the bench. Fidel with Boylan. Crossing and Grahan on the lefty side. Croissant handing it over to Decourt. Decourt to Grahan. Grahan with a shot too wide. Lucy May is staying in the net for England as well. And we do have Price in for Ireland. Oh, and that's a shot by Decourt. That's second of the day. Found that side of the net and with her hands free.
What a beautiful shot by Decourt, the inside feed, the bouncer. They're all kind of doing the same clapping Sally. So, you know, again, just rallying around that goal score. That was so beautiful. And as you mentioned, oh God, that's a perfect goal.
Yeah, just wrapping around Lucas. I think May is seeing that one late. And here is Ireland just crawling back within 3.
Like you mentioned, you got Ashley Price in net. She's got only 35 saves, but has an 85% save rate, so has played well in her limited opportunities for Ireland. And, you know, they want to win this bronze so badly. You got to do anything you can. And we talked about Roberts looking a bit uncomfortable today, so I think a very good change and a smart one to have confidence in Price. And let's see how it works out for them.
Couple of successful swing passes, and Tors gets it through the legs of Danes, but the bounce too high. And Degger will collect this one. She's got Warnell on the far side, as well as Hoy coming on. Hoy finding Smith. 4 righties on. And Izzy Keane alone on the lefty side, but she'll pass it off to Cook Gricewood.
They keep doing that.
Yeah, they do have plenty of lefties. And Cook Gricewood just going to get that loose ball as a shot clock expires. Partial trying to find someone to help, and Russell does. Sees right up ahead, under pressure by Hoy though. Oh, sorry, that's Boyd. And Beeman will slow this down for the English. Again, Ireland packing in. They're playing that 3-2. Anderson swinging it over again to Kibani. Let's see if they can get a little bit closer to the goal. Kibani will take it to herself. Rackle was trying to look for that one on the inside, but Kibani not seeing that, and that will go over and back.
It feels like Tors Anderson is playing a little bit out, like not up to her par. She's usually like a hidden part of her game that she's so good at is forecheck, and she has made bodies hit the deck, but no goals thus far, and I haven't really seen much forecheck pressure from her, excuse me. So maybe just some wear and tear happening.
Yeah, and England running a shortish bench. They've had some major injuries on their bench, so running a little bit short. That's not to say that Ireland isn't either. And there we stop for Andrea Lamplugh with a shot and a goal for her off Emily Ross's feet. Andrea Lamplugh, again, a great goal scorer considering that she's a defender. Let's call her a bit more of a transition player, and that is her first of the day.
She's got 7 in the tournament. What a timely goal for her first, and she's now eclipsed double-digit points, and just the patience, 3-4 fakes to put that past Price. And you know, Price has gotten a bit unlucky with the shots she's faced from Beeman and Lamplugh to start out the second half. So let's see her bounce back if she can, but the shooters on England doing their jobs.
Yeah, but so composed from Lamplugh as well, and nothing you can do about that, really. And here comes Kabani handing it off to Rutter. Has Ford. And again, as you said, Anderson quite quiet, but Ford will take it herself, and there is the first save for Price. Handing off to Hayley Price. The court 2 to her name in this game. Looking like a big threat, playing both ends of the floor. Trying to find Cook Gricewood, and Key will collect it. And Ireland, yeah, running a short-ish bench. You know, they had that big loss in Gabby Rosenweig just a couple of weeks ago. And you know, what a threat she would have been for the Irish side. But nonetheless, Ireland still getting themselves up into this bronze medal game.
I've just been so impressed with how England has played this game today, though. They've been cool, calm, and collected. All pieces of the plan seem to have been executed. Ireland just looking disjointed. It's not to say it'll last, but so far through about 40 minutes, it has.
Beeman finding Rosie Bathhead to return the favor. Ellie Rackle with a shot there off the rebound. Great hands from her. Buck Daly will come up with it. She's got plenty of help. Finding Bolton as they cross the halfway line. Crossan and Boylan, both coming to help. I think Bolton was trying to decide between the two. And a little bit of a miscommunication there, but Irish will keep the ball. Hamlin.
Oh, Crossan took a shot on the wrist, and she was holding it limp as she ran off the floor, so I hope her wrist is okay.
Smith with that wide shot. Too far, and Rosie Jones will come up with it. I think that's one of the first times we've seen Hamlin up helping the offensive end, the lefty as well, so let's see if she has a couple more reps on that end. Anderson under pressure by Boyd. Beats it cleanly, but will pull it out again. Again, Anderson not looking like she's attacking the middle as much as she is used to. Finds Rackle for BCB! Rackle, I'm not sure if she fully committed to that, and I think Rackle herself not sure whether that was supposed to go in. But let's see. I don't think that released like she wanted it to.
No, I think she knew the whole time.
She was like, and that just goes 5-hole. And Rackle just making sure that that did go in.
So kind of as you just had mentioned, Tors Anderson not cutting through the middle or working through the middle like she's used to. She feeds Rackle on the doorstep, a nice behind the back shot. Kind of just, again, the 3 goals that have scored against Ashley Price have been great goals. So you gotta hope that her confidence stays high, but those are tough goals to let in.
Yeah, and that is, I think, one of the first BCB goals we've seen from the women on this side. So Ellie Rackle so creative with a stick, and now Degra under pressure by Emma Tulu. That was a foot over the line by Degra. Emma Tulu all over that, and look at that gas stop that she goes back to the bench.
Emma Tulu, time and time again throughout this tournament, has been the heartbeat of this team, is just such a defensive leader. I see her leadership skills on display time and time again, and right there causing the turnover at the midline.
Yeah, one of the assistant captains for England as well, but Anderson finding Rackle again. That one is a save for Price. A full reset. Anderson looking at Rutter. This event that goes past Price. And Anderson, another feat to her name, but another goal for Georgie Rutter and England as they get up to double digits on the scoreboard.
And this is just getting a bit out of hand. The Irish bronze hopes are starting to slip away. I believe the scouting report was we're going to stop Tors from scoring, but if you didn't check the stat sheet, she came in with 14 assists, Jane, and she's got a couple here back to back, and just what else can she do as she wills her team closer and closer to the bronze medal?
Yeah, probably one of the most balanced point leaders because her goals and assists are quite evenly matched, right? That we do have, for example, Gerhan, mostly goals over assists, but towards Anderson, pretty even. So working for her teammates as well as herself. And here comes Smith looking for Price in the middle. Under pressure, but Hoy will help. And Gillian Smith being a bit quiet in this game. Smith will look to Izzy Keane, who will take a shot straight into the another block by Rosie Jones as she collects that block. Lewis finding Lampier up top, but Irish jerseys managed to get on the floor in time to slow this down.
So Tors actually has 4 assists in the game.
Wow.
Jane.
So 4 assists out of 10 goals.
Unbelievable work by her.
Rutter with another shot attempt goes too wide past Price. Days and Boyd wanted to take that ground ball off to the other end, I'm sure, but Rutter still in the mix with Anderson as well. And that will be a shot clock violation. Good on Ireland to not pick that up in traffic. And Boyd will have clear air in front of her. And Fidel, as well as Boylan, to help. Cook Gricewood on the righty side, and they will get 2 lefties on this time with Hamlin and Keane working together. Hamlin trying to find Izzy Keane. Partial there, trying to get to the ground ball, but Fidel and Ireland will pick that back up. Fidel will take a shot to try and get a reset. Lucy Smith is kind of stepping out of the way a little bit. And Ireland will not be able to get anything on target in that set.
Now, I believe when England comes back and watches this film, unless something drastic changes, this feels like the England squad that they felt like they were bringing. Throughout the tournament, they weren't able to put together a full 60 minutes. We are seeing that today.
Yeah, and Beeman with another shot. I think that rang off the post, but collected by Hayley Price. They do just have numbers if they can get it, and they won't push this, and then great back check by Kabani. Kabani's so good at those, and I think that will be, I think Price knew that, and bless Price actually just checking on Kabani straight away. Don't think that was intentional or meant with any malice. Good to see Kabani get up and run very quickly onto the bench. I think she's fine. And Hayley Price, just a little bit uncontrolled.
Yeah, and you can see from her body language, like, maybe feeling a little bit guilty about the hit, but again, as you mentioned, she immediately checks on Kabani, but just like the slow walk off the floor, the head down the whole time.
Bit defeated, maybe, the Irish. Yeah, not what they want right now, and they have conceded a power play goal, I think, earlier.
The only power play, yeah.
The
They're
only
1 for 1
right?
is England on the power play.
Beeman free in the middle. Rutter a little bit rushed on that pass. And Bolton will come up with it, but Anderson, we know how good she is on this reverse transition. But Danes managed to take it up and over the halfway line to Deggle. Deggle under pressure straight away. They're straight into the double. And Deggle still has it in a sig. Great effort from her to get away. She's going to try and go for a run. And that is going to be the legal pick by Danes. And that will be our media break for the 3rd quarter. As that goes back into the English possession. We'll be back right with you. it back as England kind of run away with it. And let's see if Ireland can bring it back. But for now, it is still going to remain in England's power play. Anderson seeing beaming up top. Rackle and Rutter down low as well. Forward down low on the lefty side. Beeman gets us up in. Anderson, again, looking to feed that ball in this game. And that's a great grab from DeCourt as she goes for a run. Degel not able to collect that loose ball, and that will go straight back over. Anderson with clear air in front. Can she get one to her name? She doesn't take that shot again and just pulls it out.
She says, Jane, I'm a feeder today. I'm a feeder today. 4 assists.
Yeah, and they're still 10-4 up. And so, you know, love to see unselfish play from Anderson, just working for that team. Not that she is necessarily a selfish player with so many assists already in this tournament, but she will take one to herself, just as I said that. And that will rebound into Bolton's stick for Ireland. Ireland, no numbers up top, still a woman down for 25 seconds. Kama Kabani on that pressure again. How many times has she done that in this game? But Gillian Smith will maintain possession for the Irish. No help on that side though. As she gets through the middle, hands free though, and she takes a shot, but too far, just off balance on that shot, even though she did have clear air, and now it will go evens as Hayley Price comes out of the box. England offense looking controlled still. And just, I think, well paced mostly of this game. And here they are, quite flat on east to west. Oh, no call. Oh, there is going to be a call, sorry. That is far side ref with a hand up, his hand up, sorry, and I think that probably would be a slash call. I would assume. Needs to be a whistle though. A little bit scrappy on the floor with that call. I think everyone was waiting for that whistle, and there will be one on Daly for a slash. Just 2 minutes, and again back-to-back power plays for England, not capitalizing on the last one. They have one in the first half, and let's see what they can do here. This is not what the Irish want, being 6 goals down.
And they've let in 4 goals in this quarter. Jane, they did score 1, the Irish did, but it came 1 minute and 27 seconds into the second half. So they've been completely blanked in the last 12 minutes.
Yeah, and I don't really feel like they've even had much of an offensive set. Ellie Rackle finding a shot, but too wide, and here comes Degel, so quick herself, but who is first out of that gate is Emma Tulu.
Of course. Wow, what a game by Emma Tulu that she's been putting together. 3 different one-on-one transition, door, slam, shut.
Yeah, and I played against Emma Tulu so many times before, and she's not someone I like to play up against, and that is why.
Make sure we finish the sentence here, but a good play that kind of got you to stop.
Yeah, and Bolton with clear air, tries to get past Mayers, not quite. Bolton hits the floor hard, and there is going to be a delayed penalty coming. I think that might have been in the back. From behind.
Laura Wright. Yeah.
Yeah, against Laura Wright.
So we've got 4-on-4 lacrosse for 58 seconds. Then Ireland will get a power play for 1 minute and 2.
Yes, that will be a check-in from behind call, as we expected. Bolton taking a big hit on the floor, but great individual effort from her to get that shot off. Lucy May is staying in goal instead of Kayla Martin coming on in this half. I wonder if we will see a switch later, but Mayers being a brick wall, as we expected, at the back for England.
Yeah, this is the best I've seen her play in this tournament. I know she's amazing, don't get me wrong, she hasn't played bad, but this is the best she's played. There's a distinction.
Grahan, again a little bit quiet in this.
I didn't think Rosie Jones touched her.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Well, now we're going to call it a loose ball push, and they will get a reset. 4v4, so plenty of space. Gillian Smith will take it with her hands free. That is off target. Can they keep it in? No, and that will
No, it's fine. It's fine. That was kicked away by Mayers.
Oh, did it hit Mayers?
Yes.
My bad, so not wide.
But the way that they chased it made it seem like it was going to be a back over, but they were fine.
I think it's just the angle. I thought that was just a wall rebound.
Right.
They will still have 17. Hands-free again, it's Gillian Smith. That one a little bit closer, but still wide. They don't have long to shoot, and they will do crossing with that shot. Saved by Lucy Mayers. And the Irish are now warming up for 50 seconds. But the ball in the stick of Leandra Lamplugh and England.
I'm surprised Lamplugh doesn't stay up on the rag squad there. So fast, so agile, so good in the open field, as making defenders miss seems to be quite the specialty. Right next to scoring transition goals.
Yeah, she's got great hands as well. It's really hard to strip Lamplugh as well. So I would agree. I mean, she has been a ragger before, and a lot of teams she's played for in England as well. But just giving her a little bit of a break.
Can you have one of those in the bronze medal game? I guess if you're up by 6,
exactly.
you've earned a little shift off.
And the way they're playing, I think good depth on this English squad as well. But Graham with a shot for Ireland for the minute. Boylan trying to get on the inside. A nice check from Graham, maybe a little bit too much.
Boylan taking some exception to that call there. Turns around like, you gotta be kidding me. All things working against them.
And as we say that, Laura Wright will be released as she sprints to the bench to get another offense on. We're back to 5v5. Anderson with the shot. Oh, I thought that was very well placed, but Price just managing to catch her off the shoulder. That will be a reset as it hits the netting.
It's actually been the first shot that she's really shot to the near side in some time. The far side seems to be missing quite wide, and that one right on target, so it might be the preferred location.
Bathurst finding Rackle again. That will be a reset. So Price with another save. Cabani trying to pick this up, but Hayley Price being aggressive on this loose ball. Amy Bolton up there as well. Cabani coming up with it though. Just 10. Under pressure. They can't just let the time run out if you're the Irish defense, and they do, and that will be a shot clock violation. Way to just kill that shot clock down for Cabani as she gets her teammates off the floor with some fresh ones on, and this will be our media break.
Third quarter break.
Third quarter break. Oh, third quarter break already.
Yeah,
We've just got 15 minutes to play.
I know, first half seemed like it went on really long. Third quarter, really, really fast. Maybe just because there was a lot of back and forth action, but we didn't have many stoppages in play outside of the 5 goals and the 3 penalties being called. And from there, it's been quick moving. And, you know, now Ireland going to find themselves in a massive, massive deficit. And, you know, I hate to be too critical. I know it's been a long tournament. I know they've played really well. But you only have 3 different goal scorers, 1 multi-goal scorer coming from Catherine DeCourt, who came in with 2 goals. She matches her whole tournament total. Gillian Smith held scoreless. Hayley Price only has 1. Hilary Graham only has 1 goal, and that was early in the game, and not much production from anybody else.
Right. And nothing really on transition either as much. We've seen the likes of Dego and Bolton going to go straight off that transition, but this English defense really finding their speed, I think, in this game. I think they have looked a little bit on the back foot in some games, but this is their last one, and it just looks like they're pouring everything out on the floor for their last, now 15 minutes.
And as I mentioned, I said I hate to be too critical of Ireland because I think they've had a great tournament thus far, but I do think there's actually more to be said about the English women and how they've been playing this game, and you know, the executed game plan, and everything has just been so well constructed for them today that, again, I mentioned earlier that, like, if they're able to continue out this 15, and they might throw the cruise control on, we'll see, but when they go back and they watch this film, they'll go, this is the English squad we knew we were taking. We should have been in that final. We should have been competing for the gold. It seems like they might walk away with the bronze, which is no issue there, but however, I think they might want a couple games back seeing this product on the floor.
Absolutely. Lucy May is staying in goal for the English side rather than Kayla Martin coming on. 6 goals up, and the first phase will be a scrap going to Ireland. So strong from Dego. She's an absolute unit. I love her playing style, actually. And now Hayley Price will hand it over to Grahan. Price swinging it over to the right side. Hoy has Gillian Smith helping her. Gillian Smith with another shot. But Smith just taking a couple of low-angle shots the last couple of times. And Mayers will just, Mayers sets herself up really well in her cage, and you just need to hit the middle a little bit more, I think, if you are Ireland. But for now, Anderson handing off to Kabani for England. Beeman has Rutter. Beeman with 3 in this goal. Takes one herself again. Goes straight into the chest of Price. Danes collecting that and seeing Hayley Price up the top. No numbers for Ireland. And Price will wait for the substitutions.
And as we saw in the second quarter, England's so good in the reverse transition, especially when you got Emma Tulu out there first coming out of the gate. She's not out there now, but that will be something to watch as the desperation for Ireland grows.
Keane with a shot. I think that was a... They're not saying... Oh, so that was a save for Mayers. A reset.
I thought that was off the stick of Russell.
I thought so too, but they've reset it, so...
So it's reset?
Yep. Ireland will come back up within. They do have a fresh 30. Keane slowing that down, crossing there with her. Boylan off to Smith. Let's see if Smith can come over the top a little bit more for the shot. Cook Gricewood though, handing it off to hand it off to Keane, and Russell, her stick actually in the way this time. Russell not managed to get clear air in front of her and will just roll out as Smith pressures her. And Rackle will control that. Gillian Smith staying on the defensive end for Ireland. As Anderson hands it off to Rackle. Rackle trying to get on the inside with the tuck, but Smith all over that. Beeman and Rackle finding a little roll, but unable to connect. And Degel will carry this up. Has Warnell up the top.
Degel and Smith have played so well for Ireland. I think it doesn't quite show in the stat sheet, but they've been pretty integral to just kind of everything that they're... Any bright spots that they've had thus far in this game seems to have flowed through those two.
And we just need the offense to find the back of the net at this stage and just look more like a scoring threat. Again, moving the ball on the outside, but Hammond will take it, finds a leg of Lewis. And that will be the shot clock running out. Just 12 minutes of play, and that is a steep hill to climb if you're Ireland with 6 goals down.
The sand in the hourglass, the public enemy #1 of Ireland, as they're still looking to find their identity in this game, and it feels like it's going to be lost.
Kabani finding Rutter. Rutter has 2 to her name in this game. Bathurst and Anderson, they love working with each other, and here they come as a duo. Also hasn't fought on the side, but that shot going far too high. I thought that was a high bounce. Maybe we're seeing things at a very different angle to the referees, because I saw that hit nothing but the floor. But maybe hit a defender, and that will be a fresh clock for England.
I don't want to make the calls on the floor. You know what I mean? Like, the referees are such an amazing group. I don't envy them.
Anderson trying to find Beeman clear in the middle on a cut. Rackle coming up with it. Just 10 seconds left to shoot. Hayley Price all over her hands. And that will go to Ireland. Danes just wanting to get off, trying to get Ash Boyd to pick that ball up instead. Boyd safely hands it up to Boylan. And the Irish offense is just looking a little bit sluggish, just on the outside. Keane takes a shot, blocked by Partial. Keane, far side to Smith. Smith will need to shoot. 5 seconds left. Greyhound will. Lucy Mayers with a clean save. No possession yet. And Mayers,
she can't come out of the crease, and she grabs Greyhound's leg and trips her. I love that. Goalies, I hate to say this, but they feel like they can get away with everything. And so Mayers gets a couple there. They're going to get a referee timeout. Mayor's having a conversation, but that was hilarious. That was so good.
You know Lucy Mayer, she's a little bundle of energy, and sometimes that just overtakes her responsibilities, and she just wanted to maybe have a lay down at least, you know, you never know.
It's still just so funny.
And they will get away with it as Gabby Lucas collects that ground ball for England. And Partial handing that off safely to Bathurst. Ford wanting it in the middle. Rutter there as well. Back to Bathurst. Strong lefty. Bathurst will take it. Thought about it for a second, maybe a little bit too long. As Price gets that off to Haley Price.
As we enter the final 10 minutes, I did just want to shout out the referees that are on this game. Head ref Barbara Zelene, George Romschuschel, and Sarah Andreas. Again, doing such a great job, and we thank them for their time here, especially in this bronze medal game at the first ever Women's European Box Cross Championships.
And under 10 minutes now before we crown the bronze medalists, the first ever for the women. Anderson with the ball. In absolutely no rush, 6 goals up for England. Kabani looking controlled. Anderson, that's a nice give and go. We've got someone on the floor. That was Amelia Ford taking her time to get back up, and we do have a delayed penalty coming. Rackle will shoot straight away though. Our shot clock running low. Finds Degel instead of Price or the net. And I think, is that Flynn? I think that might be Flynn,
yeah.
Coming to the box. Going to the wrong side, just trying to get off as quickly as possible.
The England supporters were chanting, "You can't do that." It just hit 11 a.m. Spirits are high here in Radotín as England is still up by 6. 9 to go. Jane, I think we might be seeing a little bit clearer through the crystal ball what this game will turn out to be.
Yeah, if Ireland wanted to climb back up, they needed to pick up their energy a little bit more, but not much change since the last quarter. And here's Beeman coming down the middle, and that is a nice save by Price, tracking that ball well.
You know what I thought it was, the turn of the tides, was the Hillary Grahan shot. She had those 2 chances right before she got tripped. That felt like the moment where if there's any hope for a climb back, unless some super heroics happen, it felt like that was kind of the moment.
Yeah, and Ireland were running with England for quite a lot of, you know, the first half. It was 3-2 for a long time, and England just pulling away at the last quarter. Lewis handing this off to Rackle. Still on the power play is England as they go righty strong. Beeman, Rackle, and Kabani. Ford back on after spending some time on the ground, and here comes Anderson with a little hitch, finding Ellie Rackle with a shot straight into Price, but she'll come back up with it. Try to find Ford. Ford with a shot goes too wide. It did have a fresh reset. 40 seconds left on Shannon Flynn's penalty. Ah, what a great read by Amy Bolton to knock that one down. Just not able to control it in her stick though. But now she does, coming up with a ground ball. Can they kill the rest of this penalty, or maybe are they looking to get something short-handed?
That would be a juice goal.
I think they have to go, and they do. That was so close for Haley Price. Hits the leg pads of Lucy Mayers. I really like that release there, and that was so close, and what a great effort from Price. Smith will get it back in her stick there for the Irish, and they've just got only 3 seconds, and they will go even.
Look at Beeman. Look at Beeman out there playing a little pressure defense. All right.
She has played defense in field before, so not a stranger to having to be on that end. Rossiter pressuring Smith, keeping her at bay. Cook Grice will pass it off to Keane. Hands free with a shot. That's a lovely save from Mayers. Read that so well. Smith will take it again. Low angle. That went in, I thought.
That went in, yes.
Yes, and it did. There is finally one for Smith on the outside shot. As she walks off to the bench, and that will be Ireland's 5th. We still do have 6 minutes 30 remaining in this quarter, so they will have to go. They do now look like they picked their pace back up a little bit. That did definitely bounce in and then back out, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
through the 5-hole. Just an unlucky bounce for Lucy Mayers, but a great shot there by Jillian Smith. It has been over 22 minutes since the last goal for Ireland, and maybe that's all they need to wake up. Smith with another chance.
Here comes Smith again with a shovel shot. That was also again so close, just coming off the foot of Lucy Mayers. How close was that?
I would have fallen over. I almost did.
Partial finding clean air, but straight into Ashley Price. And here comes Hayley Price. She just knocks it out of her own stick.
Got 2 to get over to the midline.
Yeah, and
Won't
not
do it.
long left, and that will be a 10-second violation. Will go straight back into the England offense. And that will be our last media break of this game. Stay tuned as Ireland pick their pace back up. We'll see you shortly.
Pivo z rodinného pivovaru, kde řemeslo a tradice jdou ruku v ruce.
Welcome back. Just under 6 minutes ago in this bronze medal game. About to crown the first medal for the women's game at the European Box Cross Championship. Anderson has had Kabani on that swing pass a lot in this game. Kabani will roll out of trouble, finds Beeman. Beeman back up to Anderson. Anderson looking for another feed. Beeman with a shot. Does get it past the defenders, but straight into Price. Ball still loose. And Ireland will come up with it. Ireland having had the latest goal after a big scoring drought. But here they come again. Degel looking for some help in Hayley Price. Hayley Price has been everywhere this game. But here comes Grahan with Boylan. Has Fidel. Fidel hands-free will shoot, but Lucy Mayers with another save.
And that seems like it'll be the rest of the offensive style for Ireland as we close this game out. Just a quick pass. If hands are free, give it a rip.
I'm sure England will want to use all of the cock. 5 goals up and less than 5 minutes to go now. The clock very much in their favor, and here comes Bathurst working with Anderson. Back to Kabani. Lots of swing passes today for the English offense as that one makes its way out of the floor. Coming off white though, and England will get a reset. Bathurst finding Kabani, has Rackle at X, and we know Rackle can dunk from back there. Sees Beeman. Beeman hands free, takes a low angle shot, goes wide. Does come off white, but no I thought that came off a defender, but they will get a reset.
It's lucky for them. Dunk attempt.
As I called it for early, Rackle coming from X.
She heard you. So I do want to give a quick shout out to Ashley Price. Again, she faced some really tough shots right as the half started, but she has not let in a goal since 6 minutes into the third quarter.
Hamlin sees Smith. Smith takes a shot, and that goes in. Pings it bottom corner. And here is the card for Ireland. But will it be just too late? We've got 3 minutes 50 left, but they are within 4 now. What great placement. I keep on saying she might be slightly low angle, but that was absolutely fine. She absolutely fired that in bottom corner. What great placement.
Jillian Smith just buries that one. A great rip. Callie Cook-Greasewood had set the seal that opened up the lane, and now with 2 goals in the fourth quarter, Jillian Smith trying to will the Irish comeback.
Yeah, finally finding the back of the net. Had a Bit of a quiet first half, but that face-off will go straight into the stick of England. Kabani going to collect the ball. And again, it is just a race against time now. England just going to whittle this down, and Ireland will need to press a little bit if they want to have possession and get 4 up. Anderson just going for a run.
This would be a good time for an Anderson goal, huh?
Yeah, I want to see one. And here comes Anderson looking for some help there. She gets one from Amelia Ford. Can she get on the inside? She doesn't. She pulls it back out to Kabani. Kabani just wide. And Amy Bolton with the possession. Had clear air for a second, but a bit too close to the balls, and she will get it down. Has help in Ash Boyd and Hayley Price, but maybe hands not as free as she wanted.
Still a great play by Bolton. Had 3 red jerseys surrounding her. Gets the clear off.
Gillian Smith will take another one. What a rip from her, but too wide.
Lucy Mayers probably had a bit of a fright there as she saw Gillian Smith, same spot, loading one up.
Well, that was an absolute rocket from her. And here comes Rosie Bathurst again. Now, we've seen that before already. Andrea Lamprey to Rosie Bathurst right at the doorstep. And that will be a reset. Under 3 minutes to go now. 4 in it for Ireland as England remains only at 10 goals. It's been a while for them now finding the back of the net as Price gets into her rhythm in net for Ireland. Anderson just taking this slow, no need to rush. Beeman trying to find Amelia Ford as we get into within 10 seconds of the shot clock. Beeman with that shot soaked up by Warnell.
It's been 22 minutes of game time since England has scored, so now a bigger drought. So if you're Ireland, what the heck?
And here's Hoy. Hoy with a shot coming off the bench. The England defense just losing sight of that for a bit. That will go back into England. We're now in stop and clock territory. And England in no rush. They've got plenty of time. The clock stops anyway. And Anderson goes for a long, wide run.
Just a little saunter near the midline. Going to get Price to come up near her. I think they're pretty happy with the spacing and the time that they've got.
Yeah, and this just might be a little bit of a give and go on the swing pass for England. Don't need to shoot. And Rackle hands it off to Rutter. Rutter does take the shot though as she hits the floor on a good cross check. Kabani. Ooh, I thought that was well after the sound of the shot clock violation, but Karma Kabani will get away with that. Izzy Keane finding someone coming off the bench. Can Hoy make it? She does! And here we are! On that climb for the Irish, Izzy Keane finding Hoy running off the bench and again catching the England defense off guard.
So since the 36-minute mark, so 6 minutes into the third quarter, it has been all Ireland. It's been 3-0 run. Again, it's too little too late. So we talked about maybe coming into the fourth, like, will England sort of hit the cruise control button? It seems like maybe that's starting earlier than we thought, but the Irish scoring attack chance is coming maybe just a little bit too late. They've got like 72 seconds to go.
Yeah, and again, game of runs. It was just that third quarter, I think, when they took the foot off the gas. That may be coming to bite Ireland back now because just a minute is left of this bronze medal game, and Anderson again in no rush. She can just hold it. Gillian Smith not going that high on her. And Beeman also with time. Bathurst will take out the shot, and she answers. So there goes a scoring drought. She heard you there, Garrett. Has Rosie Bathurst adds another to her name late on in this bronze medal game, and will that be it for Ireland?
That is surely the dagger, and you can see the celebration. They know it, they can feel it. It had been a while since they had scored. Rosie Bathurst rises to the occasion, and speaking of that as well, she came into the tournament with only 2 goals, and she matches that total today in what has been a great showing for her as a scorer, and getting England back up to extend the lead to 4 in Rackle. Now a bit of a, some punches thrown by Partial
punches thrown, but
on
no
Hamlin.
hands up on referees. You know, we've only got a minute left with 4 goals up.
Medals just mean more,
Right.
Jane.
And here comes Price. A little too late, but they will not give up. As Price takes one, Lucy Mayers with that last up, and she is gassed up because she knows in just 13 seconds she's going to have that medal around her neck.
A big scream towards Haley Price's direction after that save.
And Rata on the defensive end of the floor, denying a good shot opportunity, and that will be it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for our first women's medal ever at the European Box Lacrosse Championships, the bronze medalists, England. What a great game for them. 11-7 win over Ireland.
What an incredible matchup we had today. You knew England was going to come in. You didn't want to use the word revenge, but they get revenge for their men's squad who fell to fourth. They get revenge for the overtime loss against this Irish team, and they get the revenge against the 1-goal loss that kept them out of gold, and they ascend to the podium, forever etched in women's European box lacrosse history as they take bronze. And you can see the hugs, you can see the love, and what an outstanding effort by the women in red. It's been a pleasure. I got to call a number of their games this tournament. Very honored to be on the call with this one here today with you, Jane.
And we are entertained. We hope you are too. And there is still plenty of lacrosse left today, including the women's final, where we will crown the first ever women's European box lacrosse champion, as well as the men's coming on after that. So please stay tuned. This has been Jane Lee Whitehead with Garrett Goshorn, and we will be back with you later on today.
Jane's gonna run down to the floor, pick an interviewee. We had a feeling it might be Lucy Mayer, so stick around for that if that's Jane's final choice on it. Not a bad choice, top to bottom on the roster. And then we will be doing the medal ceremony here from LCC Radotín. As Jane mentioned, we're honored. Thank you so much, and stick around for the final day of EBLC 2026.
This is Jane Lee Whitehead standing here with the bronze medalist, a European bronze medalist in Lucy Mayers, the netminder of England. How do you feel, Lucy?
Overwhelmed with emotion, I'll be honest. Voice a bit broken. So chuffed for the team, so happy. Well, truly deserved. I couldn't be prouder of everyone.
Yeah, so you've had a couple of really great shifts, back-to-back games, playing all the full game. What was the message coming into this game for the team?
Leave it all on the pitch, give it your all. This will be probably the last time that we could all play properly together in this environment, so we wanted to give it all and leave everything on the pitch.
And how fun was that game? I saw you at the end just trying to get on top of the ball out of your crease with a little grab on Greyhound's legs. What was going through your head at that point?
Trying to get that ball. I just want that ball, and if you've got to gravel and fight for it, then fair enough, that has to be. But I'm so happy with how everything's gone, and I'm glad I left everything on the pitch. So
congratulations, you've had an absolute wonderful tournament, and enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you. Can't wait. Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin the official medal ceremony, please welcome to the floor the representatives of the European Lacrosse Federation. First, we got Jennifer Riley, the treasurer of the ELF. Give it up for her. Next, we got Mr. František Klima, Vice President for Box Lacrosse. And lastly, Mr. Jacob Grosshagen-Brock, President of the European Lacrosse Federation. First of all, congratulations to both teams for their incredible journey throughout this historic tournament. We want to thank you for the effort, passion, and respect you've shown throughout these European Championships. We now move on to the team awards. First, please join us in showing appreciation for the 4th place team of the 2026 and first ever Women's Box Lacrosse European Championships, Team Ireland! On this occasion, we also have the honor of presenting the Spirit of Lacrosse Award. This award goes to a person who represented the true values of our sport: respect, fair play, commitment, and the spirit of the lacrosse community. The Spirit of Lacrosse Award for Team Ireland goes to Katie Dane! To the program, her quiet and humble leadership off the floor, and relentless work ethic on the floor. One more time for Katie Day! And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to announce the bronze medalists of the European Championship, the first ever Women's European Box Lacrosse Championship bronze medals. You know them, Team England! Now before we decorate the entire team, Lucy, I know you're excited. We will also present the Spirit of Lacrosse Award for the bronze medal team. The Spirit of Lacrosse Award for Team England goes to Lyndon Buño! The Spirit of Lacrosse Award is presented to someone who has, in a time of personal barriers, put the England Women's Lacrosse program first, dedicating their time, passion, and knowledge to helping the team grow. His selfish commitment and unwavering belief, selfless commitment, I got it! The selfless commitment and unwavering belief in the program's impact extended beyond the field, inspiring, supporting, and developing those around them. Their selfless commitment, wait, you typed it twice. Congrats to Lyndon Buño! And now, we kindly ask all players and members of Team England to come forward and receive their bronze medal!
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your bronze medalists, Team England! Let's go, Rosie! Congratulations again to both teams. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot more lacrosse left to be played today. We will crown the champions of both the women's and the men's division. So stick around for more. And once again, congratulations to both these teams and Team England for the bronze.